Most people know the Little Albert experiment from Psych 101, but not many people know who Little Albert is and what happened to him. You see, Watson was dismissed from the university because of an affair with his graduate student, Rosalie Rayner, who was his assistant during his experiment, and thus he never deconditioned Little Albert. And so we wonder, did his fear for furry objects persist as he grew older, or was his fear eventually eliminated? In 2010, a team of researchers tried to solve this problem, but first they had to find out who Little Albert was, as Watson had no reason to reveal Albert's true identity. For several years, Beck and his associates looked over historical materials, teamed with facial recognition experts, and even met with relatives of the boy they theorized was Albert. Eventually, they came to the conclusion that Douglas Merritt, the son of a wet nurse who lived and worked at the campus hospital at the time of the experiment, was Little Albert. However, Douglas had severe neurological problems and died at an early age due to hydrocephalus. As a result, he had vision problems and was at times considered blind. This was inconsistent with Watson's statement of Albert as being a healthy and psychologically stable baby. Thus, did Watson lie to improve the credibility of his experiment? After re-examination of the video footage of Watson's experiments, Beck and his colleagues concluded that Little Albert showed behavioral deficiencies that were quote-unquote grossly abnormal. Powell, a psychology faculty member of McEwen University, however, was unconvinced of the consistencies between Little Albert and Douglas. Unlike Beck, Powell did not think that the footage of Little Albert indicated abnormality. They additionally uncovered medical documentations which revealed that Douglas weighed only 15 pounds at the time of his birth, and is unlikely to resemble the chubby-cheeked 9-month-old baby in Watson's footage. William Albert Barger, who was born on the same day as Douglas, however, weighed a healthy 22 pounds at the time of birth. Additionally, he went by the middle name Albert. The team even managed to get in touch with Barger's niece, who noted that her uncle died in 2007 and disliked animals, especially dogs, which was one of the animals used in the study, though it's impossible to say that this was actually the result of the study. According to her, Albert was a rather easygoing individual who lived a long and satisfying life. This is interesting because it contradicts the common belief which assumes that Little Albert must have been psychologically damaged as a result of the experiment. There's little doubt that Little Albert left a lasting impression on the field of psychology. Experts today continue to debate the true identity of the boy at the center of Watson's experiment. So, who do you think was the true Little Albert? Unfortunately, this is a question that we may never be able to know for sure.